There's an important part of my training that I incorporate every single week. In this video, I'm going to share with you what that is and why you might want to do it too. Coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. This is Trent from xFit. If you're new to this channel, you might want to consider subscribing so you can be notified when all the new content comes out each week. Alright, so I'm kind of recovering from a really nasty tooth infection that I had this past week, so I really wanted to be consistent in getting this video out to you, and there was something that was really important to me that I do every week to help build on the foundation of my fitness so I can get the results that I have. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what that is. It's yoga. I do yoga every single week. I make it a part of my routine to do this. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to yoga. Okay, like I've heard people say to me that it's only for people who are skinny. You know, like if you're overweight, you can't do yoga, but that's not true. There are many different types of yoga, and there's many different yoga moves and poses, balance postures that we can do if we're overweight or not. And plus there's progressions in order to get up to those advanced moves. There really is no excuse, especially if you're a beginner or if you're advanced. I was helping a young guy with his training, and he was sort of getting into powerlifting and heavy weight, and when I brought the idea of incorporating yoga into his routine, he thought, well, you know, that's just stretching. You know, that's what he told me, but that's not the truth either. I mean, there's so many different benefits that we can get from doing stuff like yoga, like balance, flexibility, cardiovascular strength, endurance, okay? I know it might not seem like it, but oh yeah, you can, and it is very challenging. It's not just stretching, and there's a lot happening with it too. So if you're someone who is lifting heavy weights and you don't do that many calisthenics and you're really focused on building your body, you're focused on sculpting, maybe you're focused on losing weight, yoga is still very important to do, because that will help build the foundation, right, for the movements that you will be incorporating with other areas of your training. And I'm talking about balance and flexibility. I'm talking about strength and stamina. For example, when we do balance postures, we are able to hone in on the skills of being in control of our bodies. Now, when we're practicing self-mastery of our space, of our body, you know, in space, we're able to incorporate that into other areas of our training as well. So if we're, you know, doing over-the-head shoulder presses or bicep curls or chest presses or squats or lunges, okay, moves like that, when we incorporate yoga on other days into our routine, we're just going to get better at those things as well. So you guys might know that another part of my business, I do guided meditations, okay? And then when I bring the idea, you know, of doing yoga, because I always incorporate fitness and nutrition into spirituality and into our spiritual evolution and our growth, okay? Someone wrote to me and said that, you know, yoga is only for fitness. You know, but that's not really true either, okay? I use yoga for fitness. I use it for, you know, growth and flexibility and balance and stamina and strength. But you can go to a workshop or a yoga class, and for example, like asana practice is really about mindfulness and awareness with motion. Okay, so it's almost like a moving meditation, and you know, there's a lot to be said about that too. I mean, this video I'm really going to talk about fitness and nutrition, but there's a lot of aspects to yoga that I think sometimes are really overlooked, and a lot of times it's a misconception that we might have about what types of results we can expect from yoga. Now, I remember in the past, you know, someone mentioned to me, you know, they felt like yoga was in conflict with their religion. So, you know, my experience personally, when I have gone to yoga classes, I might see like a statue, like a Hindu deity, like Shiva or something. I might hear some chanting or some ohms. But I've never had religion, you know, pushed on me by going to a yoga class. So, I mean, to each his own, really. So again, you know, there's a lot to be said about yoga and the misconceptions that we have about it, and it's a fantastic outlet for other avenues of our fitness to excel in many different areas. And you know, as you might know, that everything is connected. You know, our feet, our legs, our hips, which is connected to our lower back, our shoulders, our neck, our head, everything is, you know, connected, and that goes with our fitness practice as well, whether it's calisthenics or heavy weight resistance or weighted calisthenics or yoga, you know, stretching and balance and flexibility and silencing the mind. Okay, And another really interesting thing, you know, with the clients and customers that I have, if I put together a yoga routine, you know, for us to do, a lot of times my clients would be excited to get to that point, to get to that part, because they feel like it would be a rest. They feel like it would be a break, you know, from all the heavyweight resistance and the plyometrics routines and the Kenpo karate and all the types of things that I incorporate into, you know, fitness programs for people to get the results that they're looking for. When we get to the yoga part, they're really, really surprised with how difficult and challenging it can be. You might think that, you know, just holding a certain pose, you know, for a couple of moments and then coming out of it is relatively easy compared to, you know, jumping up and down or lateral movement or heavy weight resistance, cardiovascular training, you know, where we're really pushing ourselves to the limit with an accelerated heart rate, really finding, you know, that growth. Well, you know, yoga is the same. I mean, there are a lot of challenging things that will happen when we find ourselves in this precarious position that we have to hold it there for a moment and our whole body is shaking and screaming to sort of let us out. But it's when we silence the mind, right, and focus and breathe through it, that's when the growth happens. And when we're in a balanced posture like that, there are all these tiny micro adjustments happening to our body all the time. A video that I made last week about push-ups. When we're doing a compound movement like that, our body is always going to find ways for it to make it easier for us, okay? So it's going to find ways where if our core isn't strong enough, our hips are going to sag, or we're going to bend our legs, or we're going to lose the proper form, because it's going to be easier on the muscles that we're engaging, okay? So it's important to focus on our form when we're performing, you know, any type of move, especially a compound move when it comes to push-ups, and also especially when it comes to performing or practicing yoga. Again, like a lot of the moves that we do in yoga can be very, very challenging when we get to more advanced types of moves, especially if we're not flexible enough in the beginning. But what I would like to convey is that the more and more you practice, the better and better you get, and you'll find that the better and better you're going to get at all the other areas of your fitness and also the other areas of your life. And it's no joke. So if you want to start looking good and feeling good about how you look, and if you're really serious about your fitness and nutrition, adding or incorporating yoga into your routine will absolutely benefit you in many, many, many ways. So, you know, thanks for watching. And if you could like and subscribe to my channel so I can bring you more and more content. Also in the description, let me know if you have experience with yoga. Do you like it? Did you hate it in the beginning and stuck with it? Do you do other types of yoga that doesn't require any movement? I know, for example, something I've done in the past was Kundalini yoga, which required a lot of breathing, and it was basically meditation. So if you have any experience with yoga, or if you need any help with your fitness or nutrition, I mean, send me a message, let me know in the description. And I mean, and after all, that's why I'm here. I'm just here to help and express and share with you what I've learned. So thanks for watching.